Good morning everyone, welcome back to this stunning morning down Ferrybridge. We're back down Chesil. As you can see, we've got a lovely sea rolling. Got a nice, steady, but not too strong onshore breeze, so I think it's going to be a good day. First cast going out, just a simple turtle clip down, which I'll talk you through later. Anyway, let's get out. I have got a 6-ounce gripper, just so I can punch through that wind a bit better. Lovely. When we first got here, I got the lure rod out and had a few casts because it just looks so bassy, but I didn't have any luck. I will try again in a minute though. Whew. Right guys, just as Dad put the phone down and went to go change his baits, I just had a lovely, what I think is a bream bite, and I think I've got my first fish, so I'm going to go down and land it. Oh yeah, she's kicking. I don't think it's a very big fish. There we go. Get it over me other line. There we go. First cast in the water, about 30 seconds. Lovely black bream, look at that. It's absolutely nailed that ragworm with the yellow pop-up. Beauty in the sunshine, first cast. Well guys, what a cracking start. So I'm just going to run you through my rig. It's a turtle clip down, like I said. I've got 80-pound ASSO Ultraflex rig body tied to a size 3 swivel at the top. I've got 30-pound Amnesia snoods because our targets today, they've been quite thin on the ground so far this year, but it's a trigger fish. I've never caught one before. So if you know, they've got teeth, so you need sort of a 30-pound minimum snood, just so they don't bite through. And I've got size 2 wrasse Aberdeens, as you can see, a nice bright yellow pop-up, just for added attraction. And like I said, I've got a 6-ounce lead, just so I can punch through this headwind a bit and get that a little bit more distance. So yes, let's get it back out there. Lovely. That'll do. Oh, right guys, she's been slack lined on the left hand rod. Yes, fish on, I think there's a bit of weight there. Oh yeah, some on there definitely. Let's go land it. Might even be a double shot this is really going. Ooh. It's either 2 fish or just one nice one. Ooh. There's a bit of weight there. Is there anything still on there? Might have just come off. Yeah, it just came off. Oh, well guys, I'm not sure what happened there. I think my lead got stuck in something because we are fishing over sort of rough ground and a bit of a wreck. But now my cod bait is going out. It's a black lug and a squid head. I don't know what cod can resist that, if there's any out there. So let's go put it right in their living room. Oh, that was close, nearly cracked off. Right guys, I've got a little tappy tap tap on my left hand rod. Hasn't really gone properly yet, but let's just watch it for a second. I put out a well, it's sort of like targeting cod rig, but it's got 1/0 big mouths on it, so it's got a chance of still hooking bream and stuff as long as they're a decent size. There you go, look, it just went again. Might have to give it a little check. Doesn't look breamy, it's more of a just single tap. If it is a small fish, I don't think I'm going to hook it, because I've got 1/0s on there. Yeah, let's give it a check. Well, there's a little bit of weight there might be a fish on. Yeah, let's go and have a look. Yeah, something tapping away. Well, there was. Oh, don't tell me it's come off. Oh. To be fair, oh, that was only in the water about 30 seconds. I had a rag, like a decent sized ragworm bait, as it's just been pecked away. I think it was little bream, but I wasn't going to hook it because it's a sort of a cod rig really. But anyway, I'm going to put a clip down out now. Hopefully we can get whatever that little thing was. I'm going to go down there to cast this time. As you can see, there's a bit of a slope behind me, so I can't really hit it that hard. Don't want to hit my other line. I'm going to do a nice little swing back. Lovely. Oh, got a ragworm on there at the moment. I'm going to see. I'm going to try crab in a minute, see if that picks out anything else. But for now, I'm going to stick with the rag. We've got some frozen blacks with us and some squid, and we'll see what works. Well guys, probably the smallest bream ever, but it's a little beauty nonetheless. The fish are quite thin on the ground at the moment, but it is still early days. The flood is just underway, so we should pick up some tide in a minute and hopefully get some more bites and some more fish. So I'll get this little chat back and get another rig baited up. Oh, right guys, fishing's just absolutely switched on. Just had a double shot as you've just seen, a bream and a pouting. I've put it in the bucket, I've cast it back out and I've got a fish on it already, so let's get it in. Yeah buddy, as soon as it hits the water they're on it. Must have found a little honey hole. Right, I'm gonna assume we've got another bream or two on here. Certainly a nice bit of weight there. Gonna bring it in gently. But yeah, that turn of the tide must have brought the fish on. I reckon I got a double shot on there of something. Hopefully it's 2 bream. Or maybe something different. A new species would be nice. Just under the rod tip now. One bream. Oh no, it's not a bream. The pouting! Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Sod the bream. The pouting are on the feed. Yeah, buddy. Let's get it in the bucket. I've got a little aquarium going on now. Luckily, I just had enough time to bit up a spare tree stack cast. Nice and prepared. Oh. Let's clip it up, get it back out there. I might leave the camera rolling because they seem to be hitting the beach as soon as it hits the water. So let's clip it up. And get it out. My last 3 or 4 casts have all landed in that same spot in line with a buoy that's way offshore. The camera won't pick it up. There's a buoy way offshore. It landed bang in line with it every time. That seems to be where the fish are holding up. So I'm just gonna leave the camera rolling a sec, just in case. Tying it up. And let's see. Oh. Go on. That going slack? Tighten up again. Yeah, there we go. There's fish on there straight away. Yeah, fish on there. Let's get it in. These baits are getting in the water for about 2 minutes. Yeah, there's some on there. We want a new species. It's just been bream and pouting so far. A red mullet or something would be nice. Or a gurnard or anything really. But with the ground that we're on, I think pouting is going to be the dominator for species. But this is nearly in now. Might have just come off, I don't know. I think it might have just come off. Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That's my little aquarium for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, it's like someone just flipped the switch, just switched on, hitting the same honey hole every cast. I'll get these guys back because they're being a bit feisty. Right, guys, don't know if you remember, but about an hour ago I caught a bream and I said it's the smallest one ever, but I was wrong because I've just caught the smallest one ever. Look at that. Oh, now he took it on the drop. But look at him, perfection in miniature. Let me measure him actually, I want to know how long he is. Got the measure on my box. It's 15 centimetres. Oh my god, that is tiny. Oh, don't go in my bait pot. Right, let's get him back now. That's one way to know you're in some rough ground or a wreck. If you're catching wrasse, if I can get the rig untangled. Absolutely nailed that crab there, as you can see. What a little beauty. So that's 3 species now. That's the first fish we've had in probably hour and a half, nearly 2 hours.
So what
But
we're going to do now, do you think?
I mean, we've got a tide out there. I reckon we'll give it another cast here, see what happens. If nothing happens, I'll see you at Cogden. Dad's packed up and I'm gonna keep at it for another cast or two, just bitting up a few nice little crab baits for hopefully to get a trigger fish on my last cast. As you just seen, we had that wrasse, so I know I'm on or near the wreck, which is a very good sign. So yes, I was down there yesterday with Steve Ace from Real Fun in Portishead. On that note, Real Fun Portishead, thanks to the bait, the worms and the crabs and the frozen, cracking bait. Yeah, I was down there with Steve Ace yesterday. We had an absolutely cracking session. In the grand scheme of things, I didn't do too well, but I think Steve had between 10 and 15 codling, a trigger fish, some bream, and a gurnard, I think. And we also met Ben Stockley for the first time. So Ben, if you're watching this, well done, you had a cracking session. So many cod, I lost count. More than Steve, between 15 and 20 codling, 2 undulate rays, a trigger fish, some bream and a red gurnard as well, I think. So yeah, that was a cracking day. I had 4 or 5 codling, bream, lots of pout and a few straps. So I didn't do too well in the grand scheme of things, but it's still a cracking day. But anyway, I'm gonna get these pair of beautiful crab baits out there now, and let's hope it's last cast, good luck, or whatever it is. I'm gonna go down there to put this one out. Yes, let's get out there. It's a nice, simple swing out, swing back. Perfect. It didn't go miles, but I don't want it to go miles because I know where I am there should be on the wreck where the elusive triggerfish lurk. Well guys, as you can see, we're down at Cogden now. On the way here we stopped for some snacks. We had to fill ourselves up, get our energy levels up, but we're all ready to go now. I'm gonna head over there somewhere and we're gonna hope for some flatfish and maybe, just maybe, we can get a ray. So I'll join you when I'm down there.
That flew out, Chris.
Well, here we are, Cogden. I think that's my second cast just gone out on that rod. And yes, we're going to be targeting flatfish or plate. I've got one rod out with a handy old squid wrap, hoping for a ray. And yeah, we've spoken to a few people on the way down there that were just packing up, and it's not looking that great. They haven't had any fish on the baits at all, just the odd mackerel on the lures. So maybe we're going to have to work for the fish, but we're not going to spend long here. Just a couple of hours for the evening on the way back from Ferrybridge, really. And a fish would be a no-go, but I've got high hopes for a place, and just maybe we can get a ray. Because if you do get a ray, I think there's a good chance it might be an undulate. So that'd be a first for me. It'd be a first ray off Chesil. So yes, hopefully. Wound in, shape my baits, as you do. Feel a bit of weight on there. Sure enough, beautiful tub gurnard. Look at that, you can tell it's a tub by its very distinct blue tinge to its pectoral fin there. You can't really miss it. Yeah, beautiful fish. Nailed on the ragworm, just hanging out its mouth. But yeah, beautiful fish. Oh, just look at his fins. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get him back.